Hey everyone, it's Emily and welcome to my channel. Today I'm building a pretty small house. I think that it's just going to be called Little Blue House. I don't know why I always start my videos with, I think I'm going to call this house this, because that's literally just what I called it when I was naming the files, and sometimes I think of a better name, sometimes I don't. So, I don't know, you can read the title of the video. Why do I always feel the need to repeat myself? And yeah, I don't know. Why do I do that? Okay. New Year's resolution. Stop doing that. Anyway, this house I kind of built with the idea that two sisters were living here. The bedrooms are kind of furnished for two single people, basically, is what I had in my mind. I just imagined this would be a house for two Sims. You could easily renovate this, make it for a family with one or two kids, and yeah, just change one of the bedrooms to be more of a master bedroom and the other bedroom to be more of a kid's bedroom or a nursery or whatever suits your Sims. Or you can just sit here and enjoy watching me build this, because that's what I usually do when I watch people build, or when I watch build videos on YouTube. I never download the houses, I just watch them build. The only things that I'll actually download are community lots, because I feel like I'm really bad at doing community lots, and if there's ever something that I need, I'll just look on the gallery for it, or if I happen to come across a build that someone does that's really good, I might try it out. Actually, that's a lie, I never try them out. Yeah, I don't, but the reason why I'm saying that is because I saw a build that emisimsYT did, and it was a winter park or something. I want to say that's what it was called. It's like a winter park, and it was really good, and I want it in my game so that my Sims can be all wintry and go to this winter park. And she said she's going to update it after Christmas is over, and this video is going up after Christmas. For me, it's Christmas Eve, but anyway, hope you had a good Christmas or holiday, whatever you do. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, hope you had a nice day, and a nice December 25th or 24th, whatever, and a whole good December, a whole good 2017. I hope yours was wonderful. Mine was okay. I think most people's were just kind of meh, but I feel like everyone says that at the end of the year, because unless your year ends on a super good note, I feel like most people are just going to say their year was okay. But anyway, emisimsYT did this winter park, and I really, really want to download it, but since it's Christmas Eve for me, I am probably not going to be able to play with it until my throat did a weird thing. I don't think you heard that, but it happened, and it made me not be able to talk for a second, but I think I won't be able to play with it until after Christmas anyway, and since she said that she's going to update it to just be a general winter park and not necessarily Christmas themed, I'm gonna wait for that to see if she does, and if not, I might just go in and renovate it myself if it's not done in like a few days after Christmas, because I really want to play with it. It's really pretty. If you haven't seen it or don't watch her videos, you should check her out. I don't know, I always feel weird when I talk about people that have way more subscribers than me, and she's still a relatively small Sims YouTuber, so that's why I kind of feel less weird talking about her. But whenever I'm like, oh yeah, Kiwi Simming, or like Lil Simsy's whatever build was really good, you should check it out, I'm like, I'm sure you've probably already seen it if you somehow found my channel that's like super tiny, like I just hit 100 subscribers, then I'm sure that you're into Sims YouTube enough to have seen bigger people than me, if that makes sense. And if you haven't, then I'm glad I was able to show you someone who probably does way better things than I do. But yikes. Anyway, moving on. I feel like, okay, never mind. I shouldn't say that they're better than me, but that they're more accustomed to making videos, I guess, because I'm pretty confident in my builds most of the time, but it's more so the quality of the videos and just the lack of equipment and like editing knowledge, or like the fact that I'm still learning these types of things and that other people have been doing it longer than me, that makes me like insecure at all about my videos, which I'm really not, because it's just kind of a fun hobby and I'm just kind of learning as I go and not taking it too seriously. But yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't put myself down. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, that's something that I feel like I've really learned this year, or like to stop using myself as a joke, if that makes sense. Like when, or complimenting people. This is a weird tangent to get on, but yeah, this is random. This isn't even related to what I was saying. I guess it kind of is, but like not really. But like using yourself as the punchline, almost, kind of like complimenting someone but saying like, oh, you're like so pretty, or like I wish I were, or not, you could just say like, oh, you're so pretty if you're like wanting to compliment someone, but instead you say something like, oh, I wish I were as pretty as you, but then it just makes it kind of weird because it's like you're doing this weird self-deprecating thing for like no reason. That's something that I've really stopped doing, and not that I did that much anyway, because I'm kind of shy and I don't really compliment people that often in real life unless there's like a really good reason. Not a really good reason. I mean, there's always complimenting someone is like that. You don't really need a reason, but I don't know. I have to be really compelled to compliment someone or know them really well to compliment them. And yeah, I definitely try not to, I don't know, did I ever even do that? Maybe I just read about that somewhere, that's a thing that people do. I don't know. This is a weird tangent. I'm going to stop. But anyway, this house I built for 2 Sims. I already said this, but in my head they were sisters, and originally, okay, this is literally what I had in my planner or like build ideas thing that I was going to build when I sat down to do this, and it turned into this. But what my idea was black and white minimalist house. And this is what we got, because after I did the outside, I was like, oh, this is a cute little house. And then I was like, well, the person that lives here could have redecorated it. They could be like renting it type of thing. And then they just decorated it with their own furniture. And then I was like, oh, but I like this little cottagey type thing. And then I was like, well, if they're renting it, they can't really redo the kitchen. So the kitchen's going to be all cottagey. And then I was like, well, it would be really weird for them to have like all this modern furniture in this cottagey house. So maybe we're not going to do that. And maybe we're not going to make it black and white. And maybe we're going to do most of the same clutter that I always do, but just a little bit less. I feel like I scaled it down a little bit, but not that much, honestly. Like, it's okay, it's decently cluttered, but it's not over cluttered. Sometimes I feel like I over clutter things, or maybe I don't over clutter things, but I just make it look very lived in. I feel like this looks lived in, but not too cluttered. I made a conscious effort to not over clutter it, but that's very hard for me because I feel like even like having a bunch of curtains and rugs and plants can start to make it look cluttered, and I can't not put curtains and rugs and plants. Like, I wouldn't be playing The Sims if I didn't put curtains and rugs and plants in every room, you know? You know what I mean? I feel like you can understand if you've watched any of my other videos and you know kind of what my build style is. It just, I don't know, it's incomplete if I don't have these things in the build. So I did my best. And I've also, especially with Christmas time and stuff, I have been obviously decorating lots of houses for Christmas in The Sims, and I just like having the little fairy lights or whatever you want to call them in my rooms. They make me really happy. So even though it's not technically Christmas and this house isn't a Christmas theme or anything, I wanted both the gals to have some not Christmas lights, fairy lights. I don't know. I only hear people, well, maybe other people in the US call them fairy lights. I don't know, but I mostly hear people in Australia or New Zealand or the UK, I think, call them fairy lights. But I don't know, have I heard someone in the US call them fairy lights? I don't think I've ever heard someone in real life that I'm talking to in person call them fairy lights. So, I don't know. I've picked up on a lot of weird phrases from other countries, or like not things that are commonly said in the US, just from the internet and how much I watch other YouTubers that aren't from the US. So that's been interesting to not learn, but like see myself doing these things, or like developing these habits of saying things that are like not common things that are said in the US, but I hear other people say them all the time. So in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a normal phrase that people say. But anyway, I think we're almost done with the house. Yeah, I'm just doing some landscaping now. Wow. Look at that. I wanted to build some smaller things because, like I said, this is Christmas Eve for me. And honestly, I don't want to play The Sims at all on Christmas Day. I think I might make a new Sim to start a current household with, and I might record that and then upload that sometime after Christmas just for fun. But I also might just have fun making her and not record it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, since I've been making videos every day for the past almost, I think, over a month now, actually. Whenever I decided to start uploading videos every day, I challenged myself to do it until the end of 2017 and then kind of go from there. And I've been liking it, so I think I'm going to keep it up at least until I'm back in school, and then we'll have to reassess once I'm in my classes and see how all that stuff's going. But probably through January, I'll be doing daily uploads, and then, yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned to see what I end up doing. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe, because for a while at least I'll be doing daily uploads. And that's all I've got. This build is over. Thanks for watching. Bye!